Have you guys heard of that saying called kill him with kindness? Well, yeah, sometimes that works, but sometimes kindness only goes so far. And really, what's super powerful that I've learned in my coaching journey is the power of asking questions. Not just questions, but powerful questions. And once you master this, this is really an art. You can really help other people that are your close friends or your family that might be struggling. Right. So let's just use an example. If one of your friends or family is like struggling with drinking, right? And they're just go out, they get blacked out, they do wild things, they drive drunk, things like that. And you've tried to help them, but it seems like it's gone nowhere. It's kind of like landed on deaf ears. Well, most people's first reaction is to say, like, you should stop drinking. You're ruining your life. You. And you just should all over people, right? You point at people, you should on them. And it's kind of like, how most people think about maybe their parents, like yelling at them, right? It's kind of like the same thing we do to other people that we love and appreciate. And we start telling them what to do. And listen, nobody likes being told what to do unless they've been asked what to do, right? So an alternative to this is to ask powerful questions, right? So just try these couple of different steps. And like for example, if somebody had that experience where they're going out, they're drunk and doing all these things, you could ask them, "Hey, like, how was last night?" "Oh, I was crazy. I don't remember most of it. I danced in the bar, got kicked out, puked a bit, and somehow got back." "Well, that sounds like a wild night. How do you feel?" "Well, I feel hungover as shit. My head's pumping, and I need a beer." So they go like straight for the beer because they're trying to get rid of this hangover. And what is their solution? "Oh, if I drink, it'll feel better," right? Instead of being like, "No, don't do that." Just kind of level with them, right? And say and offer a solution. Because what happens is, like, if we're looking at somebody who's struggling and we act like we're up here, we're like, "Oh, well, I know the solution. You are messing up, and I am better than you." Then these people feel like crap, right? So instead, level with them. And the way you do that is to say something like, "I feel you. I used to get the worst hangovers ever, and I have this sweet electrolyte remedy that will completely take the headaches away. Plus, you don't have to worry about the chance of potentially having another hangover tomorrow. Do you want to give it a try?" So you're offering them solution and you're leveling and asking powerful questions as well. So you're not just saying, "Yo, you need this, drink this," right? So you're asking a powerful question. And I wrote all these down, so I'm just looking at my notes, just the situation. Right? And this can go either way. They can be like, "No, that stuff's stupid. I want a beer. Give me a beer." And you'd be like, "All right, sure, do your thing." There's just a potential of drinking too much and being hungover. That's totally up to you. And or they'll be like, "All right, sure, let me try it." And or if you don't even like, if they don't like, you can even like not even if they're kind of on the fence, then just start making the drink for yourself and be like, "Yeah, like I made one for myself. I figured I was gonna get some electrolytes anyways. Do you wanna try a sip?" So that's like a third option, right? So the next thing is to set an example. They set an example for this person based off of what they want in their life. Because most people who are drinking and are struggling, they don't want to be there. They're there because they got stuck. And they're there and if you're drinking a lot, your health isn't the way that you want to be. Like you might not, your physical body isn't what you want it to look like. Your social setting, like, puking and and doing crazy things on top of the bar is probably not what this person wants to be, but they're just kind of stuck. So instead of, putting those other people down, you can be the example that they want to see in their life. So like, let's say you can go to the club, and let's say when they go out, the reason they drink is because they want to be outgoing, they want to be fun. Go out to the club with them and be outgoing and fun without drinking. It's kind of difficult to have somebody who has like a problem with drinking and then to be a friend that moderately drinks, because it might be difficult for people who are on that level to moderately drink. You might, if you want to really set this example for your friend or family that's struggling with drinking, you might have to give up the drinking and completely stop. And in support of your friend who you know that this could benefit, right? So be that example for them, be the change that they want in their life. And they will actually end up coming to you. And the thing is like you got to be patient on this, right? The whole like kill them with kindness, like yes, be there for these people, um, be true, be honest, and be there for them when they need you, but also maintain your boundaries. Like you don't want to be walked all over. You don't want to be, just like a punching bag for these people that are struggling. Like be able to hold your boundaries and be clear with these boundaries. And that leads me to my next thing is like, um, you may have to set an ultimatum. If this person is continuously it's like bringing you down, you like really are trying to be there for them, you may have to completely create an ultimatum. And that ultimatum may be the thing that they need to change their life. So in the beginning, yes, absolutely. They start to ask these people the questions on how, you know, really deep questions on how they can change, and then make sure to create your boundaries that they don't walk all over you, and be sure to be patient, but if you need to set that ultimatum. And all this can be done by questions. I could literally do a whole Instagram live post about how to ask powerful questions, but just in the grand scheme of things, I'm trying to think of like the overarching way of asking powerful questions is like first asking them like a quick question like how are you feeling, or how did that make you feel, or hey, what do you feel like your life will look like if you continue this activities, like why do you feel like you're drinking in the first place, like those really like intriguing questions that most people never ask them. And then be like, whoa, okay, I never thought about that. Or what do you feel like would happen if you went out to the bar sober, how would you feel, how would that make you feel? So like really dive into the emotional standpoint of that, because I'm telling you what, when people are drinking all the time and they're going out to the bar, they never get asked those questions ever. Because you know why? Because I've been there. You don't really have really deep, intimate talks about emotions when you're drinking. It is more like kind of like surface level, like having fun, blah, 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 whatever. So if you ask them those powerful emotional questions, they're gonna have to like think about it. Like, whoa. And this isn't a foolproof plan. This isn't gonna get everybody sober. But the whole idea of this concept is instead of pointing your fingers and telling other people what they should do or killing them with kindness, instead be an example, set that change that they want in their life and be an embodiment of that. Be there for them and ask them powerful questions so that they can change on their own terms and not because you tell them what to do. But also keep in mind that if you need to set your boundaries and people need an ultimatum, this could still be the key that changes their life. So be able to read the situation, set your boundaries, and help the people that you love. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, write them down below. Any powerful questions, would love to answer them. Have a beautiful night. See you tomorrow.